Good morning, everyone. It's Sal Stretford Post. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. How is all the Breaking Dawners? Bless the community. Hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone is fine and doing great. I'm here again in the flesh. It is me, Sal Warner, in the flesh, guys, reacting to the news of Ruud Van Nistelrooy no longer at Manchester United. Of course, guys, he will no longer be a manager at Man United. We know that, don't we? But he will no longer be at Man United Football Club, full stop. Sadly, as it is, unfortunately, as it is. But as I said a couple of days ago, this looked likely that it was going to happen. I did speak about the phone conversation between Amorim and Ruud Van Nistelrooy. Of course, it was done like that. Basically, Ruben Amorim wanted his own team in, which is respectable. Of course, you have to respect that. At the end of the day, he has to remain loyal to the people that have been loyal to him for the last few years, of course, guys. So, you know what? We have to move on. Sentiments in football, you know what? Doesn't exist, does it? Football's a business at the end of the day. It's a cutthroat business, guys, at the end of the day. So what we have to do, we have to move on, and we wish Ruben Amorim the best of luck with everything. Of course, those guys who joined me this morning, early in the morning, for Sal Reacts in regards to the breaking news of Ruud Van Nistelrooy. Thank you so much, you guys, you absolute legends. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash a like on the video. Big up, everyone. Good morning, guys. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, guys. Morning, Mark. How you doing, mate? Adams, Kazi is so handsome. I agree, absolutely. So, guys, look, you know what, guys? Weird people, weird times, isn't it? Weird sometimes on this channel. It does, doesn't it? Absolutely. We have to be back in it. We have to back in the decision by Amorim. Is one of the ones with big questions, so we must allow to do his own thing. He's wait, absolutely, Mark. And we have to remember that a small thing called loyalty as well. There's something called loyalty that, you know what, he's going to have to, you know what, which is very important to a lot of people. It's important to myself. Loyalty is everything to me. And you guys have been loyal to me, for example, and that means a lot to me. Loyalty is everything. You know, imagine bringing in his own coaching staff, his own entourage of people, and you know what? One of them has to miss out because we got to fit Ruud Van Nistelrooy, and it just doesn't make sense. And you know what? I back everything that Ruben Amorim has to do. He is the one who informed Ruud Van Nistelrooy that he does not want him at the football club. Well, he doesn't want him part of his coaching team. He's the one who did it, but it was passed on to Ineos, and Ineos made the final cut, of course, guys, as they should do, as the owners of the football club. Ruud Van Nistelrooy and Amorim exchanged very, very positive words, kind words, and it was no hard feelings in regards to it. But obviously, he understood where Ruben Amorim is coming from in regards to bringing his own team into the football club, and you know what, staying loyal to the people that have been loyal to him, and also implementing the tactics. Ruben Amorim's tactics are going to have to be implemented. If Ruud Van Nistelrooy is still at the football club, the tactics will have to be taught, or you know what I mean, basically gone over with Ruud Van Nistelrooy, of course. Absolutely. Big up, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good afternoon from Singapore. What's new in Man United today? Absolutely. Down to business, guys. Down to business. And with Manchester United, it comes Ruben Amorim and being ruthless. I said to you guys a couple of weeks ago that Ruben Amorim comes across as a very happy, smiley, excited kind of character, but that guy is the silent assassin. As I said this morning, he is the silent assassin. He would not take any crap from anyone. And you know what? He's staying well away from anything to do with the team at the moment. Of course, he's waiting for his work permit. He has to wait for his work permit before he can get onto the pitch, before he can get onto the training ground and start working with the players. At the moment, I don't think he can do some press conference. I'm not sure about the press conference at the moment because nothing is official until the work permit completely goes through. That should be done later on today or tomorrow, of course, guys. So we're waiting upon that. And, you know, one thing we would say is that expect a lot of changes at Manchester United. If you do not abide by what Ruben Amorim wants to do, expect to be cut from this football team. Ineos and obviously the whole crew over there have basically said that this is the last chance for these players. The last chance. I mean, some of us think that's one chance too many. I mean, some of these chances have had some of these players have had 10 years of chances, haven't they? 10 years of chances. And you know what? We can't be handling anymore. Oh, you know what? He's not in the mood today. Oh, Rashi's not in the mood today. Luke's feeling a little bit tight on his hamstring. We don't need any more of that anymore, guys. It's all about playing for the badge now and being ruthless and doing what Manchester United should do, which is challenge for the league title, guys. That's what it's all about. Man United should always be challenging for league titles, should be challenging for Champions Leagues. Some of these players are sacked manager after manager after manager, you know what I mean? And they need to be gone next, do you know what I'm saying? But you know what? One thing about Ruud Van Nistelrooy, if I bring that back in, I wish Ruud Van Nistelrooy the best of luck. He's going to make a very good manager. Rumour is having that he could be going to West Ham United. Ruud Van Nistelrooy would fit like a glove there. I think he's a brilliant manager, and I think another team is going to be lucky to have him. I really do. I think another team is going to be lucky to have him. He could have been Man United manager, of course. If Ruben Amorim was around, he probably would have been Manchester United manager. So, you know what? I wish him the better luck. I hope he goes off, succeeds elsewhere, and maybe one day he'll arrive back at Man United, and you know what? Who knows? But fingers crossed, it works out for Ruben Amorim, and you know what? He is successful. That is what's most important, guys. Absolutely. Good morning, Fanatic8. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good choice, Mr. Amorim. Yeah. For too long, there has been too many decisions based on sentiment. We should forget about being sentimental. Absolutely, mate, Mark. Sacking Ten Hag was ruthless. Letting Ruud leave was sad, but ruthless. Looking forward to seeing the clubs. In regards to Mark, in regards to Ineos, I have to say that they have done everything right so far. And that includes Erik Ten Hag. It includes keeping Erik Ten Hag as well. I believe that Erik Ten Hag should not have gone when there were rumours about him being sacked. He should not have gone at that time. They were waiting for the right time to approach Ruben Amorim, of course. But obviously, Erik Ten Hag bought himself some time. But you know what? It didn't work out. As I said last season, I would give Erik Ten Hag until Halloween time. And lo and behold, it was Halloween where he got sacked around that time, of course, after the West Ham game, you know, and I exactly thought like him. I thought like Ineos. I thought like, you know what, let's give him some time. He won the FA Cup. He's proven that he can beat the big teams in the major games and stuff. So I was like, you know what, let's give him a chance. Let's see what happens. And it worked. And they've sacked him at the right time. They sacked Erik Ten Hag at the right time. And they brought in Ruben Amorim early, which is key. They brought in Ruben Amorim early. And one thing is about Ruben Amorim is that he's not just coming to this football club and he said, right, I'm happy to have this job. I'm just happy to have this job. I don't care if you want to keep this guy. I want my own team. That is what he's done. I want my own team. I don't care about sentiments. I want my own team. I'm going to have my own players as well coming into the football club. Loads of players will be leaving this football club. I bet you bet your bottom dollar a lot of these players will be leaving this football club, and you will see a different side to Ruben Amorim. Of course, he arrived in Manchester. It wasn't raining, of course. He arrived in nice, kind of sunny weather. I wouldn't call it sunny, but it was like misty weather. But he came at Manchester. I make a joke about the weather, met everyone, including the catering staff, including all the staff. He shook enough hands. Goodness me. I hope he washed his hands afterwards, because he shook enough hands at that football club to last a lifetime. But of course, we have seen this before. We saw this with Erik Ten Hag when he first arrived at Manchester United. He shook everyone's hand, gave everyone a hug, and this and this and that. But you know what? We do hope that everything is different now. And you know what? We can't keep sacking managers. But I firmly believe that this is the right manager. I think we've got a good one in Ruben Amorim. I do. I think that we're going to go on with Ruben Amorim and we're going to be successful with him. Of course, big up. Not keeping Ruud shows the Deadwood that this is new coach means business. Absolutely, Kazi. Fantastic comment, mate. It does show them that, you know what? No more Friends United. The only problem I had was keeping Darren Fletcher. Now, Darren Fletcher has survived manager after manager after manager. And I'm not quite sure exactly what he does at the football club. Look, it doesn't disturb me too much that he's at the football club. It doesn't ruin my day that he's at the football club. But one thing I would say is that I would like a clean sweep of everyone who's been there for manager after manager after manager. I want an absolute clean sweep of it. But obviously, Darren Fletcher has interest in the club. Obviously, his son plays at the club. Of course, a couple of sons play at the club. So, you know what? That obviously worked in his favor slightly, if we're being honest with you. We don't want Darren Fletcher to leave him and taking his sons with him, if you know what I mean, because he has got a couple of very talented sons, of course. Big up, big up. No one is safe. Absolutely no one is safe, and that's how it should be. Yeah, but Ineos are different. No more sentimentality, bravo, Amorim, and solving the Ruud conundrum. Let's start afresh this time. We're going to know who really the Man United players for. I know them already, Afro Suit. You don't even need to tell me. You don't need Ruben Amorim to do that. You know who the players are. You know who the players who down tooling are. All you have to do is work out which players have been there for a number of years under manager after manager after manager, and you know who those players are. If those players down tool against the likes of Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Erik ten Hag, Louis van Gaal, Ralf Rangnick, they're going to do it the same with Ruben Amorim. Bet you me. They will do it the same with Ruben Amorim. This is why we have to get rid of the Deadwood as well. It's just as important as getting rid of Ten Hag. I said it. Two of the same evils. You have to get rid of both of them. Unfortunately, are we going to? We're not going to get rid of them now. But probably if those players do not perform up until the end of the season, a lot of those players be out the door. And I'm including some of those fan favorites. Those fan favorites, you know, those Rashies of this world and stuff, the fan favorites. Look, I'm not against anyone in the football club. If they can show themselves, if they can perform for the football club, I'm happy. You know, I just want them to perform for the football club. I have no agendas against players. I have no hatred against players. They're Manchester United players at the end of the day, and I want them to succeed. That's what I want. But if the players do not perform again, I mean, let's be honest. We have given these players 10 years of chances. Some of these managers are giving these players their first chance. We've had 10 years of chances with these players. Let's not forget. You know, so, you know, these players have to start performing. They have to do it. And I believe if it gets to the end of the season and some of these players are not performing the way they should be performing, a lot of those players will be hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Absolutely. That's what it will be. Absolutely. Mark, question based on the financial impact, some players' prices and contracts should Amorim not see them as part of his plans, compensation and loss, etc. What do Ineos do? The problem at the moment is that we've lost a lot of money in sacking Erik ten Hag and appointing Ruben Amorim. Of course, I did say a long time ago, guys, if you watch this show, you know, people contradict to me. We have no money to sack anyone. We do. We have money in the kitty. We have money there for transfers. We have money there for sackings. Ineos have planned that. Now, we don't have money for sackings. Hopefully, this is the last sacking that we do over the next couple of years, of course, guys. But we have enough money for transfers, guys. We have enough money for transfers. In regards to players who we want to go, we cannot afford to pay off their contracts. So these players either have to leave, they have to leave on loan, or we have to sell. We have to basically pay off their contract. We're not going to pay off their contract. We have to sell some of those players. We have to sell some of those players. Some of those players have to be transfer listed ASAP, and I think we can make money. I think we got obviously Maguire. His contract is ending. Lindelof. His contract is ending. Ericsson. His contract is ending. You know, but when it comes to the other players, Anthony has said he wants clarification on his future. Anthony has become disillusioned in regards to his future at Manchester United and wants to be told what his role is in the football team. I'll tell you what your role is in the football team, Anthony. You have to be patient, mate, and we'll let you know. At the end of the day, we don't know what Amorim's going to do. We don't know if Amorim will pick Anthony. We don't know. But one thing is, moaning has already started. Moaning within the squad, moaning of Anthony. We don't want any more moaning, guys. That's it. Enough of the moaning, right? We don't want any more players. If players don't want to fight for their place, they can be out at the end of the day. Look, we have to sell these players. We've got a lot of players to sell as well. It's going to be difficult. I don't think we'll get everything that we want, but I do think that a lot of those players need to go. I think they need to go, guys. The ones who've been there for years and years and years, stinking out the place, of course. Anthony, 90 million, huge salary. We're going to have to sell him or loan him, Mark. And this is the big issue that we're having. These astronomical contracts that were given out by the previous regime, of course. Let's not forget. But you know what? We're going to have to cut our losses. And by cutting our losses, it means like selling players on the cheap. And that would obviously get the wage off the wage bill, of course. And you know what? Get us a little bit of money in as well. We can't be, I mean, Anthony, we bought him for 90 million, didn't we? But what's he going to go for? 30 million if we're lucky. If we're lucky, it'll go for 30 million. Crazy as it may seem. But yeah, we need to get these players off the salary, sounding like Jonathan Ross there, salary. We're definitely going to get these players off the salary books and move on. Even if it means cutting a loss in regards to that, just like we did with Jadon Sancho, just like Jadon Sancho looks likely to be going to Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea, you can't get out of that one. You cannot get out of that one, Chelsea. You can't get out of your obligation to buy a Jadon Sancho. And you know what? As I said on this show many, many weeks ago, as you know, I said, look with Jadon Sancho. Give it until December. Let's see what happens in December. Then we go from there. And lo and behold, what has happened with Jadon Sancho? He's ill. He's ill. Rumor has it, his attitude in training has been off. His attitude in training has been off. Ha, ha, ha. What did I say to you? Again, you guys, my goodness me. At the end of the day, you cannot change the spots on a leopard, as the great Roy Keane said. Jadon Sancho will no longer be at Manchester United, because if Chelsea finish below 14th, that's the only way that he will come back to Man United. If Chelsea finish above 14th, he's staying at Chelsea. Chelsea are third at the moment. It doesn't look like they're going to be 14th, guys. Absolutely not. Not in your worst nightmares. Absolutely. Big up Sal, big up Kazi, big up Brian. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, bruv. Good to see everyone in the chat. Feeling cushy. Hope Amorim likes our new signings. Amorim will bring in some of his own signings. Don't get it twisted. Basically, Ineos promised before the season started that the transfer window that passed last summer is not going to be a one-off. There are going to be summers like that next season as well. Next season is going to be the same or something similar. We are going to get rid of players. We are. There's a lot of players leaving already. There's a lot of players that could be leaving a club, of course. Anthony could be leaving a club. Maguire and Lindelof have not been offered new contracts. Eriksen's not been offered a new contract. And obviously, the book is still open about Marcus Rashford as well. We have to find out what's going on with Marcus Rashford as well. Let's not forget, he has to perform. He has to perform. We cannot keep holding on to these players with sentiments. And you know what? We talk about Ruud Van Nistelrooy. We talk about Alex Ferguson. We talk about all these people who have left the football club now, right? They've left the football club. We no more sentiments, and that includes the players. So if we get a bid for Marcus Rashford, would you sell Marcus Rashford? Let's say we got a bid for Marcus Rashford in January. Would you sell Marcus Rashford? Look, I don't want to pile on to a player. I don't pile on to players. But you know what? We have to think of it logically. Like, is he happy at Man United? Is he disillusioned at Man United? Because when we think about his debut at Man United all those years ago, we have to be honest with ourselves and say that he has regressed. He has regressed. And I hope that Ruben Amorim works it out for him. I hope that Ruben Amorim brings him back to where he needs to be. But that's when I get to the question, do these players need motivation to play for the greatest club in the world? No, why do they need motivation to play for the greatest? I don't understand that. I will never understand that if I'm being totally honest. But you know what? We're going to give him another chance. Another chance, of course. We're going to give these players another chance. Luke Shaw, of course, the injury-prone Luke Shaw. Mason Mount has been injured, of course, as well. But we have to give him a chance because he's just walked into the football club. But we cannot be a charity case. We cannot be an A&E. We cannot be a mental home. We're not that. We're a football club at the end of the day, and we have to do football club things, and that includes being ruthless. And I believe that, I've heard that Ruben Amorim is incredibly ruthless, and he will get rid of players when suited, of course. Too many United players have spoiled for too long with that star status, poor performance week in, week out, and starting every week. Down in tools when they don't get their way. Absolutely. And this is the problem that we have to remember. Remember, these players have down-tooled against legends like Jose Mourinho. Don't think that they won't down-tool against Ruben Amorim. He's a young lad, 39 years old manager, a young manager. They will do the same. And my advice, and I hope he hears this type of advice from anyone, right? My advice to him would be, do not trust anyone. Stick to your philosophy, and that's it. Stick to your philosophy. If these players don't play, tell the management, tell Ineos, I cannot keep this player. He's not performing. These players are liars. The devil is a liar. These players are liars at the end of the day. They manipulate. They perform in training, as obviously Benny McCarthy said, they perform in training, but when it gets to the game, they don't perform. These players need to start performing. And you know what? They're going to do their little dirty tricks in training, performing like, it's a World Cup final. That's what they're going to do coming up. But when it gets to game time, those little 50-50 challenges, those headers that are going to might injure yourself, they won't go for. And that's what they do, the manipulators. And we have to move away from that. We've got rid of legends now. Ruud Van Nistelrooy is much loved at this football club. Ruud Van Nistelrooy is more loved at this football club than every single one of those players in that football club right now. He's more loved than everyone. So if we can get rid of Ruud Van Nistelrooy, why can't we get rid of some of those players as well? I know it's going to cost money. I know that. But you know what? Transfer list them. Sell them for cheap. Do that. Something like that. Get them off the books. I would much rather that than them being a secret influence of a negative kind behind the scenes. I don't want that. And we've had enough of that over the years, haven't we? We've had enough of these players, these mercenaries doing the same tricks over and over again. When they don't get their way, they pretend they're injured. They wait until their contract expires and they don't play, a little bit like Phil Jones. That's why I'll never feel sorry for Phil Jones. That's why I won't, because they're all the same. The same thing happens with every player, time in, time out, whether it's Martial, whether it's Phil Jones, whether it's Mason Mount, whether it's Luke Shaw, whether it's Tyrone Malacia, the same thing over and over again. You know what I mean? Now it's time for change, guys. It's time for change, and we shall change it, of course. Even at 13th, absolutely. If I could select one player to get rid of as part of the new era United, I would sell Rashford. Me too. He has been around too many managers. He's been around since Louis van Gaal, and so has Luke Shaw. Let's not forget, Luke Shaw and Marcus Rashford have been around for 10 years. 10 years. They've seen managers come. They've seen managers go. So obviously they feel like they're the senior figures within the football club. They got a big voice. They feel confident. They feel invincible. We don't want that invincible feeling on players, because I do believe that a lot of those players feel invincible at the moment, including Rashford, including Shaw. Look, I don't want to come on here and attack individual players, because it is a team effort at the end of the day. It is a collective. But what we have to look at here, we have to look at who's the most experienced players within our squad. And when you get to experience, you get to influence. You get to influence. And when influence happens, that means they're influential on the rest of the players, the young players, etc., the new players and stuff like that. So one thing I would say is that if we really want to move forward in regards to a new regime and a clean slate, a lot of those people need to go. I did speak about Darren Fletcher as well. I did speak about these people. A lot of them need to go. A lot of people have been made redundant at Man United. Let's not forget, a lot of people have been made redundant. And you know what? We cannot be sentimental to one and, you know what, horrible and ruthless to the other. We have to be the same with every single person. Ruud Van Nistelrooy is gone. Rene Hake has gone. Jellyran Rawala has gone. And Peter Morel has gone as well. So those people have gone from the football club clean slate, right? We still got a couple who are still in the football club. We still got a few who are at the football club at the moment. So those people, you know what? I think it's a last chance saloon for me. Last chance saloon. Some great points. Big up Mark. Mark's on fire today. Big up Mark. Big up Brian. Absolutely. Big up you, legend. Absolutely. Off the scrubs have to go. Absolutely, Rasta. The scrubs have to go, my G. Absolutely. One thing that Amorim can do is help him is abandon social media for a while. I mean, look, you know what? In regards to the young players and players of a certain age, social media is their thing. I don't know if we can ban them. Will it be advisable? Is it easy to ban people for social media? It's difficult. You can't see if people are going on social media behind the scenes, can you, really? You can't see if someone's gone on Twitter or Instagram, can you? You know, so they could be behind the scenes looking. You know what I mean? Social media is going to be a very difficult thing to cancel completely. But one thing we have to say, and we have to input in their brains, right? Social media is a cesspit of negativity. Social media is a cesspit of wrong information as well. Do not take social media as the gospel. That's what I would say to them. Look at it, take it in, let it go. It's gone. Opinions are just opinions. Opinions are not facts. Let them know that opinions are not facts. Garnacho, that chubby fella who gave you that advice, opinions are not facts, mate. You know what? You are better than that. And that's what I would say to these guys. Absolutely. Big up Tesfa. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hi, Sal. Good morning. I was a bit emotional with leaving. He did everything with passion. It's just thing to move forward. Since it's all about United, I wish you nothing but the best. Me too, Tesfa. Lovely comment, my friend. Beautiful comment. I do agree with that. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but success. I do hope he gets a big job. I mean, West Ham has been spoken about. I think that'd be great for him. Leicester City has been spoken about. I think that'd be great for him. Learn your trade, go to these clubs, do well, and maybe one day, you may come back to Manchester United. But of course, we hope that Ruben Amorim is successful at Manchester United, of course, at the end of the day. Big up, Kazi. Big up, absolutely. Greetings, Sal. And Chatterbox says, big up, Jim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well this morning, or this evening, should I say, my friend? Absolutely. Big up, bro. Big up everyone in the chat, the family. About there won't be any players left. Look, we're not talking about Brian. We're not talking about loads of players here. We're talking about, look, Maguire's going at the end of the season. He's the last year of his contract. Lindelof is in the last year of his contract. Excuse me. Eriksen is in the last year of his contract, right? Those are three already. But when we're getting around to, I mean, don't forget, Ahmad needs to be offered a new contract, guys. Ahmad his contract is expiring in 2025, so he needs a new contract, by the way. So I'm just reminding Man United that get that contract done, guys. Yeah, the only problem is players like Luke Shaw, players like Marcus Rashford, players like Anthony, those players, right? So what we left with, guys? We're left with a full squad. Some of these players don't play every game anyway. Maguire, Lindelof don't play every game. We got Lenny Yoro to come in, obviously. And don't forget, we've got a great conveyor belt of young players coming through as well. Harry Amas, Collier are coming through. Shea Lacey, Fletcher, Murray. Those players are coming through. Wheatley is coming through. We got Obi Martin, Kone. We got lots of players to come in. We got lots of good young players to come in. Let's not forget about the young players as well. At the end of the day, I'd rather have a clean slate than players who are notoriously serial winners, serial losers, shall I say. Big up, everyone. So we all know who they are. Absolutely. We know who they are, bruv. We know who they are. Everyone knows who they are. Doesn't need a brain surgeon to know who these players are. Ruthless has to start right now. If Amorim wants to keep the Deadwood out, you can't just do it half a job and get rid of Ruud. At the moment, it might be a little bit difficult to get rid of players during the January transfer window, Jim. It's going to be difficult. One thing we can do is tell these players. But one thing about Ruben Amorim, and this is notorious of Ruben Amorim, he gives people a chance. But Ruben Amorim gives people one chance. He gives them one chance. So he's going to have a clean slate. A lot of these players will have another clean slate, unfortunately for some, right? But one thing's for certain, if they do not perform up until the end of the season, right, even January, I would say, but it is a little bit soon for January, those players be out the door. Those players will be out the door. Ruben Amorim wants his own players in there. Don't get it twisted. Ruben Amorim does want his own players in there. He doesn't want any of the players who have been serial failures. Look, one thing what I'm impressed about, as I said, before the news was breaking, that Amorim and Ruud Van Nistelrooy have already spoken on the phone. They've already spoken on the phone, and Ruben Amorim told him that he wants his own team to be in charge. He's loyal to his own team. He's had his own team for many years. And you know what? It would be harsh and it wouldn't be fair to remove a member of his team for the sake of a player, an ex-player like Ruud Van Nistelrooy. As bad, as heartbreaking as it is to lose one of our legends, right? It shows a distinct quality in Ruben Amorim, which means that he's ruthless. And as we've been saying for the last few weeks, I've been saying on this channel, Ruben Amorim is the silent assassin. He's a silent assassin. He will get rid of anyone that required to get rid of. He will get rid of them in no time. He will. So don't worry about that. Those players don't perform. They will be out the door. Ineos appointed Ruben Amorim for a purpose. They know about Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim is like the smiling joker. He is. And he will get rid of players when time comes. If those players don't perform, sayonara, Shirley. Absolutely. Sayonara Tara, I should say. Absolutely. That's correct. Seem to be overlooked. Sure, you have to be fair. Seem to overlook Shaw. You have to be fair. Yeah, you have to be fair. You can't overlook Shaw. Shaw's been injured for far too many months, years. 5 years of football he's missed. 300 games. Put that in perspective, guys. 300 games he's missed for Manchester United. He got injured 11 years ago, guys. It's over for him, man. We need to move on from these. Absolutely. We all know who the scrubs. Absolutely, Rasta. I love that, scrubs. Absolutely. Bless up everyone in the live bit. Bless up, Rasta, my friend. Bless up. Tesfa, I'm not being negative, but as I see great Mourinho side, Mourinho said, I want to see the lazy players like Rashford when they play, if they play. Absolutely. Spot on, Tesfa. You reminded me of that quote. When they play, if they play. You know what? If Rashford leaves this club, when will he play? If we play. Luke Shaw, when will he play? If he plays. At the end of the day, you know what? We can't be ruthless. We can't be sentimental anymore to some of these players. I know that some of these players are player FC, etc., etc. We got to move away from that. A lot of people were talking about Paul Pogba many years ago. Do you remember the Paul Pogba FC thing? You know what I mean? Paul Pogba used to dance in the morning after we just lost football matches. We don't hate Paul Pogba. We don't. I like Paul Pogba. Out of the last 20 years, the most exciting signing, in my opinion, has been Paul Pogba. You know what I mean? When he came to Man United, Jose Mourinho, Paul Pogba came in, the dancing, all that business and stuff, the song and stuff like that. It was so exciting. We were excited. But we did not take it seriously, as we've realized over this last few years that he doesn't take it serious. He doesn't. He's a social media guy, and I wish him the best of luck on social media. Hopefully, one day I'll have him on the show. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Get Paul Pogba on the show. What do you think, guys? Holler at Paul Pogba. Get him on Stretford Post, of course. Mark Albert, Amorim will have to be very skeptic with most of these players. Yeah, they will be given 100%, 50% now because, yeah, Mark, absolutely spot on. But one thing we have to be wary of is that these players will give 150% for a limited period. There's an expiry date on their 150%. There was after 2 months, 3 months, when they start getting fed up, when they don't like the manager anymore, when the new manager bounce wears off, when the personality bounce wears off, they start Nah, you know what? I don't like the way he does that. I don't like the way he does that. You know what? I like the other manager. I like Ten Hag. I miss Ten Hag. I miss Ruud Van Nistelrooy. They're going to be doing that. So we have to be incredibly wary, cautious optimism in regards to these players when they do start performing for the number of weeks that are coming. Don't be surprised if we give Ipswich Town a good hiding. Don't be surprised if we give Ipswich Town a 4 or 5 kneeler. Don't be surprised at that, because that will happen. And you know why it will happen? Not just Ruben Amorim. Those players are playing for their future. They know they have to perform. And you know what they're performing for? Many of those players are performing for new contracts. Jim Rocky, thanks to Ruud as a player and an assistant. So I'm not feeling the greatest part today, but keep fighting on. Hope you're doing well, Jim. Sorry you're not feeling the greatest, my friend. Hopefully I'll make you feel better, mate. You know what? Best of luck to you today, mate. Hope you feel good. Absolutely, you're a legend, mate. Don't forget you're a legend, bruv. Don't forget that, and keep smiling, mate. You know what? Some of us, you know what? We're here talking about football, and we just smile a little bit. It's not easy sometimes, even for me. You know what? I wake up, sometimes you're like, can't be doing this, but Jim, I got your back, my bro. I got your back. Very rude decision to let Ruud go. Dun. Absolutely. Big up, GK, with the jokes today. Big up. Jokes for days. Absolutely. Mark Elman, Luke Shaw had no intention of returning from injury while Ten Hag was around. Absolutely, Mark. Suddenly he is fit and ready as soon as Amorim comes in. He knows he stays uncounted. Now he wants to put in a shift. Mark, and when we look at this, right? When we look at this, this is not the first time that Luke Shaw has done this. He has done this on numerous amounts of occasions, my friend. He's done this in 2018, in 2021, and now recently with Erik Ten Hag and the in-between. Of course, guys, he's done this on more than one occasion. We need to understand that this guy down tools, this guy is not serious. This guy is, my goodness me, you know what? He's a manipulator. And he's been there since Louis van Gaal as well. Just like Marcus Rashford, even Luke Shaw could be deemed one of the most toxic people. There was rumors he's the leak. He's the one who leaks everything out to the press. I'm not saying it in a sinister way, but there are rumors that he is the one leaking to the press. I mean, you know what? We need to get rid of these guys. And I hope, upon hope, that Ruben Amorim knows these things. He's been made aware of these things. And you know what? I hope that that takes action on these things as well. I really do. Darkroad. How you leave Amorim should remove the Deadwood? Yeah, absolutely. Big up, Kazi. Big up, everyone. Hope everyone is doing okay today, guys. Hope everyone is doing good. Thank you, everyone. Big up, Mark. Big up, everyone. Of course. Big up, Adu. Hello to you. Adira Kumba is spam, Jim. What's store today in Munch? For me, today in Munch, tuna. That's it. Tuna. That's it. That's what I have, my friends. Absolutely. Tuna for lunch. Absolutely. Big up. What's for you? It's better for him to leave on a good note, unlike Ole. Absolutely. I like the fact that Ruud Van Nistelrooy finally got his goodbye. Let's not forget that Ruud Van Nistelrooy did not get a chance to say goodbye to the Manchester United fans the first time he left Manchester United when he was a player. You know what? He shouldn't have went. Arguably, he shouldn't have went at that time. Ruud Van Nistelrooy killed it at Real Madrid, scored a number of goals, kept scoring goals. We should not have got rid of Ruud Van Nistelrooy. But obviously, Ruud Van Nistelrooy had a problem. Ruud Van Nistelrooy, and the problem was Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo would not cross the ball to Ruud, and Ruud got frustrated. You can imagine what Ruud Van Nistelrooy would be like in this squad right now, how he would feel without getting those balls to him and stuff like that. Because when Ronaldo played for Man United, he was complaining about Cristiano Ronaldo not getting the balls to him. Now, I wish Ruud Van Nistelrooy the best of luck, and I'm so happy that he got a chance to say goodbye to United faithful, in particular the Stretford end. I'm happy about that. And you know what? I wish him the best of luck. I hope he gets a Premier League job. I hope he gets a Leicester. I hope he gets a West Ham. If not, I hope he gets a big job somewhere else. I really do, because I think he's a great manager. He's handled himself impeccably in regards to the media, in regards to the fans, impeccably. You know, he's handled situations already. He's had to deal with situations with Garnacho. You know, this shows you, it gives you a little example. You could be in charge of Man United for a couple of weeks. You've still got problems that arise, you know, because Man United are continually having issues, you know, and at the end of the day, hopefully these issues die down, and hopefully, you know what, we start performing and we start getting more positive situations coming out of our football club. Big up, GK. Nice to see you. Big up, everyone, of course. Absolutely. If you have the cool owner coming out on the interview saying Luke Shaw don't get injured, that's a crazy. He has to go. Absolutely. Luke Shaw. Absolutely. There you go. Absolutely. There you go. It says it in a nutshell, isn't it? You know, don't get injured. You know what I mean? The owner of the football club, don't get injured. And what happens? He got injured. That means they know what's going on with Luke Shaw. We know it's not injury, though. Come on, man. It's not injury. You know what I mean? And we know what's going on with Luke Shaw. I think they know what's going on with Luke Shaw as well. I think a number of people know what's going on with Luke Shaw. I mean, miraculously fit. Now, you know, coincidence. As fans, we need to exercise caution and patience. Sam, we need to be back in and distance for absolutely patience. Obviously, look, guys, there will be bad results, guys. He will pick a team that you don't want to see. This will happen. This will happen. But one thing we have to do is remain patient, support the manager. That's what we did. Just like many of us did with Erik ten Hag. I was never Erik ten Hag out. Never. I didn't, you know, and at the end of the day, look, we have to keep backing the manager, guys. Keep backing the manager and keep going. That's what we have to do, guys, at the end of the day. It's going to take time, especially implementing the new system, the new tactics, etc., etc. Rasta, another thing about Rashford, he doesn't like to track back. It was because of Ahmad that won the European game. And yeah, Rasta, Ruud Van Nistelrooy pointed that out as well when he got substituted at the weekend. Ruud Van Nistelrooy realised that Rashford is not tracking back. Dalot is not tracking back. And he substituted those players. And you know what? I applaud Ruud Van Nistelrooy in regards to that because you know what? Erik ten Hag wouldn't have subbed Rashford in that game. You know, so I applaud him for that, for spotting that. And you know what? Ruben Amorim, he runs all day. He wants intensity. He's getting rid of some players because he wants intensity within his squad. You know, so a lot of those players are going to get it this season, guys. Don't worry. He wants intensity. We don't have intense players. Maguire's not intense. Lindelof's not intense. Evans is not intense as much as we love Johnny Evans. He's not intense. There's a lot of players that are not intense. And intensity, I'm talking about proper intensity in training. These players have been moaning about in the past, and they have not. You know what? Man United covered the least amount of ground out of all the clubs in the bloody Premier League. In particular, the top clubs, you know, they run the less than all the players, all the teams in the Premier League. We run the less, guys. We run the less out of all the teams in the Premier League. So at the end of the day, you know what? Ruben Amorim's going to come in, and those players are going to have to run. If those players cannot keep up, you know where the door is. You know where the door is. Those players have to keep up, guys. Absolutely. We have the defense. We have the attack. If our midfield is fixed, our team is fixed. Absolutely top button. It's getting there. It's getting there. We will get there. Absolutely. We will get there eventually. You will see it, and it will. You'll know when you see it. Nation of domination. Absolutely. Nation to nation fan. Big up, Kazi. Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up the legends, Rasta Stocks. Big up Rasta, my friend. Hope you're doing well, my guy. Hope everything is good with you. Big up Jim. Big up Mark. Big up everyone, of course, guys, who's joined me this morning. My second show this morning already. You know what? It's not even what? 11:38 it is. 11:38 where I am. Big up everyone. Joe Blackman, what's going on, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Joe, when is your show, by the way, on KG's show? I keep forgetting what time it's on. You said, I think it's 10, but I'm not sure. I think it's 10, but I'm not sure. I need to jump on that, man. I need to jump on that. Big up Joe Blackman, of course, in the chat. Big up. Absolutely. Sweat and blood. Now we will see what happens to these players are made of. Time for Amorim to put in the iron, and the club has stamped his authority. Jim, you got it there, mate. You know what I mean? You got that there, Jim. Jim's going to get an explosion, mate. Absolutely. Jim is on fire today. Jim is on fire. Sorry about my explosion. I heard it now, guys. I heard it. There you go. You got three explosions, Jim. Brilliant. You know what I mean? You got 3 explosions, my friend. Joe Blackman, bless up Joe Blackman, of course, legend in the house. Big up Joe, big up Mark, big up everyone, of course. Good day, Sal. How you doing, Trizzy? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thoughts on this referee debacle? I'd be spewing if it happened to us, but since it's Liverpool, we should probably just laugh. Anyway, yeah, I'll just laugh about it, Trizzy, because at the end of the day, Liverpool will do the same to us. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, look, I don't care. One thing I am a little bit concerned about is that Coop guy, right? He was a referee for Man United against West Ham. I don't blame the penalty on him. Absolutely not. I blame the penalty. I blame the penalty on Jamie Oliver against West Ham. But it gives you a little clue as to where these referees are in regards to, you know what, sinister, corruption, and all these things in between. It gives you a little idea. If one does it, how do you know the others ain't doing it? But how do you know the other referees ain't saying behind the scenes, I hate Man United. I can't stand Eric Ten Hag. Oh, they got Ruben Amorim. I can't wait to give them a penalty against them. How do you know that doesn't happen? It could happen, guys. They could be doing it right now. But as we speak, they could be like, you know what? I don't like Man United. Can't stand them. You don't know. This is the English referees for you. This is what they do. You know what I mean? That's why we get so many decisions that go against us. Do you know what I mean? Someone could strangle someone in the Premier League and someone can grab a collar. One gets a red card. The other one gets a slap on the wrist. That's what happens in the Premier League for Man United over and over and over again. You know what? That wasn't a penalty against West Ham. That's a point. If we miss out on European football because of that penalty by a point, we know that who's at blame. We know who's at blame. It's that Jamie Oliver. Not Jamie Oliver, Michael Oliver. Jamie Oliver, goodness me. Definitely not cooking. Definitely. At the end of the day, look, you know, it will be because of Michael Oliver, that bloody Oliver twist, goodness me. I can't swear much. Sorry, guys. But yeah, and Coot, to his credit, he did look at the screen 8 times. But to his not credit, he did give the penalty in the end. So that makes it even worse that he gave the penalty even after watching it 8 bloody times, for crying out loud. Goodness me. But I'm going to swap Shaw for Davies in general. Alphonso Davies, free transfer. Some people don't rate him. I rate him highly. I think Davies, left back. Frimpong, right back. Davies, left back. Frimpong, right back. Perfect for Ruben Amorim's regime. But let's not forget that Ruben Amorim does play wingers on the wings. Right? He doesn't necessarily play defenders, so to speak, and fullback, so to speak. He plays wingers on the wing. So, you know what? Look at that game at the weekend between FC Braga and Sporting Lisbon, 4-2 to Sporting Lisbon, 2-0 down, end up winning 4-2. That is Man United-esque, no? That's Man United-esque. You remember Sir Alex Ferguson when he used to do things like that? That's Man United-esque, right? I believe so. Big up Joe Blackman. Big up, of course, the legend. Sell Rashford to Saudi. Yeah, if they want him, to be honest with you. Don't think they'll take the moaning. Absolutely. Luke Shaw is a cancer of the club, like Bruno, Rashford, Casemiro. You know, one thing I'll say, Jim, is like, you know what's going to be important is that time is an education. Casemiro has been brilliant this last few games. We have to give him his credit. We have to pay him his dues. Casemiro has been absolutely superb, and he has picked it up. He was being played in a single pivot, which we did say, some of us in the chat, was the wrong thing to do. He's now playing in a double pivot with Ugarte, and I think he's been brilliant. In regards to Bruno scored a brilliant goal at the weekend and against Leicester, and he also had a great performance. So let's see what happens. But in regards to Luke Shaw and Rashford, those are the problems at the moment. And those are the ones who've been there for like 10 years. 10 years or so. They've been there 11 years, you know. So Casemiro has picked it up recently. You know what? Casemiro's a 5-time European champion. You know what? If we play him right, you know, he's a good asset to us. Bruno has shown he has performed in the past for Man United. So at the end of the day, I don't think Ruben Amorim will get rid of Bruno because he's a Portuguese and a senior Portuguese international as well. I think he would want some of his countrymen there. I really do. I think he will want some of his countrymen there, obviously, to stay around. Ruud for Bayern Munich job. Yeah, bring up Ruud. Ruud will do better than Vincent Kompany, Kazi. Absolutely, you'll do a lot better than Vincent Kompany. I'll guarantee you that. Lindelof too, Maguire. Lindelof's out last year of the contract. Maguire last year of the contract. Dalot won't be going anywhere because he's close with Ruben Amorim. He won't be going anywhere. My feeling is, unfortunately, I do think we need a Frimpong, someone like that in the club, but I don't think Dalot will be going anywhere, guys. I really don't. I saw something about Ruud joining Roma. Was that I the only one? Ruud is going to be linked to a lot of jobs, Mark. Roma is a difficult job. If I was Ruud Van Nistelrooy, it would be good to go to Roma. It's a big club, right? They haven't won a lot. Obviously, Jose Mourinho won the Conference League with Roma, but they're not in a good place. They don't win Scudettos regularly. I mean, the last time they won a Scudetto, I think Gabriel Batistuta was playing for them or something years ago. They don't do that often. But let's say, for example, playing devil's advocate, like if he goes to Roma and he wins the Scudetto, he wins Serie A, Isn't that confirmation that he's a great manager? You know, could be. Wasn't Ruud subbing tactic was class? Absolutely, Jim. Well, I was too, my friend. Coot is a legend. Klopp really is an arrogant. Oh, goodness me. He is, though. He is. Absolutely. He's telling the truth. The truth gets you hated. Coot, let me tell you something, my friend. The truth gets you hated. Unfortunately, you spat the truth in that interview. You spoke the gospel. But you know what? Unfortunately, the truth also gets you unalived as well in occasions. And the thing is, in this occasion, the truth is going to get you sacked. I can't see Coot refereeing in the Premier League again. He'll probably go to Saudi Arabia or something like that, earn a good packet. He's good. He'll be all right at the end of the day. But I'm glad he spat the truth because he resonates. It resonates that, you know what, he said something that comes from the heart. You know what I mean? And I think that comes from the heart from a lot of Man United fans. You know what I mean? And you know what? I think he's an Everton fan, though. Right? Before Liverpool jump on this bloody bandwagon that, you know, cool, he's a Man United fan. No. He's not. He's an Everton fan. He's an Everton fan. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Just calm down. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I should get a moustache and, you know, with curly hair or like, calm down. You know what I mean? Guys, don't forget, it's my birthday on the 25th of November. I will be doing an all-day stream. Kazi has won the bet. I have to taste the hottest chili in the world on stream live for you guys. I'm going to be tasting the hottest chili in the world, a red chili, guys. Goodness me, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be here all day, guys. Also, I will be playing the old game, a very old game called Championship Manager, guys. So you guys have said it, not me, on my Twitter and stuff like that. So I'll be online playing Championship Manager, guys. Look, it's going to be a mad one on the 25th of November. We're going to have everything. I'll be blowing out all my candles. Look, if I can fit all those candles on that birthday cake, I will be blowing out all those candles in front of you live. You'll probably be a smoke. I'll probably be coming out like the Undertaker. Do you know what I mean? That's what it will probably be. The amount of candles I've got on my bloody cake at the end of the day. You know what? But don't forget to join me 25th of November, Monday, the 25th of November. I'll be celebrating my 22nd birthday. On Monday, the 25th of November. And hopefully it's good vibes. Hopefully we just beat in Ipswich Town. Hopefully Ruben Amorim's got his first win as Manchester United manager. It's going to be live. It's going to be live, guys. Can't wait for it. Absolutely can't wait. Buzzing, guys. Buzzing like a bumblebee. Absolutely. Can't wait for it. I know I won't eat no bumblebees, guys. I know someone has mentioned bumblebees. Some people have mentioned wasps. Some people have mentioned spiders. I am not eating any bloody creeper crawlies. You sick people. I will be eating red chili, right? I don't like peppers, by the way. I can't eat peppers, otherwise I swell up. I look like Will Smith in Hitch. You know what I mean? I will swell up. Basically, I can't eat peppers. I'm allergic to peppers, guys. I'm allergic to peppers. So I can't eat peppers, but it will be chili for me. Good old Sal. I can't wait for it. It's going to be fun if I survive the chili. Guys, absolutely. 10:30, I will be watching Joe Blackman. I'll be on there live in the flesh. Big up, Joe Blackman. Absolutely smashing it at the moment. Absolutely smashing it. Holding KG's channel up like this. He's holding it on his shoulders. He's like this. You know what I mean? He's like, was it Nas? In it, was it? You can hate me now, but I won't stop now. You can hate me now. Absolutely. That's what he's like. Absolutely. Thanks, Sal. I respect you. Big up. Respect you too, Jim. Big up yourself. Big up. Yo, Sal, what's up popping? Gig up, King Chonka. Is this? Don't think you're getting away from me, mate. You got the same picture, King Chonka. What's going on? You got the same picture. I think it is you. I do believe it is you, King Chonka, if I'm not mistaken. Is it you? I think so. Brian, Jamie Oliver, yeah. Jamie Oliver's a referee. You do better than Michael Oliver, that's for sure. Absolutely. Jim, thanks for the explosion, Sal. And I respect, big up my butt. You got 2 explosions, bruv. You got 2 explosions from me. I know the explosion's a little bit delayed. You know what I mean? But you know what? What can we do? I have to get a better explosion. Do you know what I mean? I have to get a better explosion. KG has to send me an explosion. I need to get an NPC. You know what I mean? That's what I need. King Chonka, we need a referee. Humans are flawed. Yeah. One thing I'm going to say, guys, is that, you know what? Robots are coming. You know what? And one day robots are going to calculate, do you know what? We don't need human beings. Human beings are a bad thing for the earth. And then they're going to turn against us, iRobot and all that, Will Smith and that again. Who would have said our face say Will Smith's name twice in the same stream? So we have to wait for the video. Mark, It's not even a video. It's going to be live, my friend. It's going to be live on stream, guys. Guys, make sure you get everyone in the chat. Guys, it's my birthday, Monday, the 25th of November. Make sure everyone, I'm going to have loads of special guests. Guys, I was in the music industry for 20 years, guys. I got a lot of people who can come on this show. Do you know what I mean? And look at me and have a chat with me and watch me eat a red chili. You know what I mean? Definitely not. I don't know. It's going to be hard. But you know what? I have to get to 5,000 subscribers first, guys. I have to get to 5,000 subscribers. I'm not far away from the 5,000 subscribers. Absolutely. Let's read Brian. He is a coot, the ref. He is a coot. Oh, God. I don't know what that means. But you know what? I know it doesn't mean anything good. I wish we had two Mazraouis. Me too, mate. One Mazraoui, two Mazraoui. And about Mazraoui. Absolutely. We do with Cantona. So for me, all these refs are cheating. That's why our players are getting yellow carded and the opposition gets nothing, no cards. I think of this, and we don't have certain free kicks. Jim, we've been saying it for years, haven't we? We've been saying it for years. At the end of the day, we do get decisions against us. Man United are the most hard by team in the Premier League. I think in Europe. I think the decisions that we get are absolutely diabolical. I mean, even at the weekend or other games, we get yellow cards non-stop. And you know what? We get free kicks against us. And what does free kicks do? It cuts up the game. It interrupts the game. You know, the flow of the game doesn't go according to plan when you have free kicks against you all the time. And that's what teams tend to do against us. It's called the dark arts, you know, and they tend to do that against us and they tend to cheat against us. You know, penalties are like for example, let's bring in that West Ham penalty again. If that was Man United, not in a million years are we getting a penalty there. I know it's Stratford, but we're not getting a penalty there. Absolutely not. Absolutely getting no penalties. There'll be penalties outside the London Stadium in different kinds, but definitely not on the pitch, guys. Penalty for Man United at West Ham, like that, never going to happen. Not in a million years. Odele, how you doing, my friend? Odele Blessing, good morning, all United faithful. I think we know the basic fact that our players and the blunt truth, these players can have it their way again, especially with the new coach of football. We'll have to wait and see. We hope not. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Ruben Amorim is a ruthless fella. He's a ruthless fella, of course. Spam. Facts, Jim. Even penalties, bro. Absolutely. Facts. Facts. Good morning, Sal, and all United faithful. Zambia loves you. I love you too, Zambia. You know what? Big up love to my African sisters and brothers and sisters. Of course, guys. Big up my Nigerian family as well. My Ghanaian family as well. Big up all my people in the music industry. AO Beats, Sway, Decipho, all those people in the music industry that I've worked with for 20 years, guys. Love to you all. Big up Africa and big up everyone across the road who joins across the world who joined me today. Absolutely. Thank you, Charlie. Big up Zambia. I hope you are blessed. I hope you're having a fantastic... What's the time where you are? What's the time? I hope you're having a fantastic time regardless. So I love the look of Musiala. Musiala is going to cost about 120 million though. 100 million to 120 million though. I don't think Ineos will be going to go down that route, if I'm being honest. I know that he's a fantastic player. Cole Palmer is as well. But I don't think Ineos are going to go down that route. Jim Ratcliffe did say that he wants to make his own Mbappes, etc. He did also say that we spent $1 billion on transfers and we don't have one 100 million pound player, which is concerning. He did say that. So, you know, expect Man United not to be spending 100 millions on players and stuff like that. I think that those days are gone, if I'm being honest. But Musiala is a fantastic player. But you know what? I don't know if we'll get him. Although, if I twist it on the other hand, right? Musiala's contract runs out in 2025, right? So we can, if possible, might get him on a free transfer. Imagine that. But he is in talks of a new contract with Bayern Munich. I don't know if he signed a new contract with Bayern Munich yet, but he's in talks of a new contract with Bayern Munich. And you know what? Imagine we got Musiala on a free transfer. Boy, that would be mad. Absolutely. Amorim time, absolutely. Was a fan of Gabriel Sal back in the day. Was fantastic. I always wanted him at Man United back in the day. What if the locker room gets split into Portuguese, Spanish section, English, Scandinavian section, Dutch, French section? I don't know, mate. What if the road gets split into an anti-section, a cross-junction? What happens, you know, what happens, you know? At the end of the day, you know, what if I become a clown? You know, what if I pass out on my stream on the 25th of November when I eat a chili? Who knows, you know? Who knows what's going to happen, you know? No one knows. We'll have to wait and see. Hypothetical things, of course. 3-4-3. Let's see how we play. 3-4-3-4-3-4-2-1. Rasta. 3-4-2-1. 170 times he's played it. That man took two titles from Liverpool. Absolutely. Big up, my advanced. How you doing, my friend? Happy 60th Sal for the 25th. Oi, Brian. Oi. Dizzy rascal. You're making me dizzy with that. I am not 60, guys. I am not 60. I am definitely not 60. You absolutely having a bubble, mate. I'm 60. Are you mad? Brian. Naga Chili, Kinchonga. Naga Chili. That's the one, my friend. Naga Chili. Naga Chili. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, guys. Sal, I agree with you that Bruno in the past did well. You are right. Lately, before, he was so poor. And not only him, but all the others too. I just don't trust them yet. I agree, Jim. It's going to take more than one game to trust them. Let's see what happens, my friend. Let's see what happens under the Ruben Amorim regime. But one thing we should do, cautious trust. Practice cautious trust. That's what we should always do. Practice cautious trust, guys. Always. Oh, wow, I'm allergic to peppers too. Big up, big up. I finally find someone who's allergic to peppers. My goodness me. Goodness me. I'm allergic to peppers. Absolutely. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby. We're definitely allergic to peppers, guys. Absolutely. That's what we are. If I came on this channel, we're eating peppers, guys. It will be a myth, guys. Definitely, it'll be a myth. Goodness me. I'll be joining Luke Shaw. You know what I mean? Definitely. Absolutely. Jim. Have some McDonald's burgers, Sal. I love McDonald's, Jim, though. But the thing is, I can't eat McDonald's, cholesterol and all that. I'm going to get a bloody blood pressure and everything like that, guys. Absolutely. I haven't had McDonald's for months. Months, guys. You know what? These type of foods affect me now. You know, like when you're younger, these type of foods don't affect you. I can eat a bucket of chicken and not affect me. Nowadays, it affects me. Nowadays, it's like, bloody hell, I just ate a burger. Oh, my heart. Oh, it's like, oh, my heart is beating. Oh, I need to do something. It's like that, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? I have to start doing breathing and stuff like that. For goodness sake. You know what I mean? My wife don't even give me burgers anymore. You know what I mean? She don't even cook me fried foods anymore because I love my calamari. I love my fried food, my fried chicken, my burgers, my sweets. I've got a sweet tooth. It's madness at the end of the day, guys. Big up Joe Blackman. What? Well, big up Joe Blackman. Big up, of course. It's me, Sal. Who's me? It's me. I'm you. I'm you. You, me. My name is you and you're me. Is your name me or am I you? Are you? Is that your me? I don't know anyone called me, but I'm you. My name is you. Big up, Chris Tucker. All the way. Big up, of course. Sal, get FIFA and join my team. Flipping out. I haven't played FIFA in a long time. The last time I played FIFA was with my nephews in Italy. And basically, I got slapped up 7-0 from my nephews. And they are like 9 years old, 8 years old. So, you know what? I would say that, yeah, I'll think about it. Definitely think about it. And definitely, I know that you were searching for a manager. I do know that. But you know what? I'll have to wait and see. I mean, I will be a myth in your team. I'll probably make you lose. You know what I mean? I'll be giving away the ball nonstop. You know what I mean? Goodness me. I'll be probably it'd be a bit like playing Johnny Evans in attacking midfield. It'd probably be like that, something like that. But I'm going to think about it. Definitely. Big up Joe, of course. Big up Joe Blackman's greetings. Big up Joe Blackman's a legend, of course. You're going to need a toilet 10 times low. Oh, Kazi. Do you know what? I leave one here. You know what I mean? No, not on live stream, guys. Absolutely not. Maguire, Yora, and Delitri are going to be goated. Absolutely. Going to be goated. Absolutely. Sal, your channel, unfollow the most religiously brother and others here and there occasionally. Sal, your channel, unfollow the most religiously brother and others here. I don't get what that means. Unfollow the most religiously brother, the others here. Astaghfirullah. Absolutely no. I'm a religious guy. I'm a godly person. Without the God, the Almighty, I would not be here right now. Peace be upon him. No, peace be upon him. Salawat alayhi salam, of course, as we say. But guys, we're moving, guys. Match day. England against Greece, guys. Who's excited? Who's excited? Not me. Big up, Jim. Big up. Unfollowed. I mean, you follow. I mean, the most You follow the most religiously brother the others here and there occasionally. So your channel follow the most religiously brother the others here and most. I do not get that, Jim. I don't get it. Re-elaborate yourself, Jim, my friend. Re-elaborate if you could do that. Not a very big fish, Leecher, to be honest. Big up, Mad Advanced Sid. Low Toe Hog Records. Oh, listen, right? I own a record label, mate. So listen, you're not going to come close to my record label, guys. I've had top 10 hits, mate. So you can keep your toe tag records and shove it where the sun don't shine. Absolutely, you can do that. You can shove it where the sun. I'm a ghostwriter, mate. Absolutely, and a music manager. Mad Advance said, I saw a name of Mazrui where striker, midfield, and defense, and even goalkeeper. I see Mazrui and Mainu, and they both are saying that it's okay. We will do the job for ya. Big up, Mad Advance said. I have to breathe. Good to see Rasta Stocks. Hope your day is good. Good to see everyone in the chat, of course, guys. Kazi, my friend, nice to see you. Big up everyone in the chat, guys. It is almost the end of the show, guys. So you know what? Absolutely. I try it for manager. Should I try it for manager on Kazi's show? I don't know. Kazi, KG show. Oh, should I try it for manager on KG's show? Should I try it for player on KG's show? You know what? I should try it. And one thing, Joe Blackman, I'm in the UAE. I'm 4 hours ahead of you. That's the issue I have. So if it's kickoff at 8, it's 12 a.m. for me. And it would be even worse. me at 12 a.m. on the bloody PlayStation. Crying out loud. I need to get a PlayStation. I'm going to buy a PlayStation and I'm going to save Joe Blackman because he needs saving from the FIFA and and losing and stuff like that. Big up Pakistan for beating Australia 2-1 in this year. Big up Pakistan. Pakistan Zindabad. Absolutely. Big up Pakistan for winning I don't know what that means, but you know what? Big up Pakistan for winning the cricket, my friends. Absolutely bowled them out. Rawalpindi Express, Shahid Afridi, Imran Khan. You know what? Big up Pakistan. My guy, see you in the season 2, though. One kid, not there. It's Food United. I don't know what you're on about, toe rag. I do not, you little toe rag. Absolutely not toe tag, toe rag. I follow, Sal, Lower, Miss Tiber. Oh, yeah. Big up, Jim. Big up, Jim. We do our best, guys. We do our best. Oh, damn, the difference is crazy. 4 hours, Joe. And I'm doing watch-alongs, bruv. Tell KG. You know what? When you're sitting there at 2 a.m. watching Deadwood, you know what I mean? And you're sitting there and you're watching and trying to be calm, trying to be quiet. I'm trying not to wake up the bloody wife. The wife's a teacher. I can't wake up my wife. I'm like this, and I'm trying to be calm. Like, oh, it's a goal. Yes. 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 That's what I do. It's hard. People say, why are you so mellow tonight, Sal? Why are you so mellow? You know the reason why. Guys, that's me for today. I'm done. Dusty, the poster. Arrivederci, guys. Buona notte. There was a player playing for Ipswich, for Leicester City at the weekend called Buona notte. He was playing as a number 10, right? He was playing as number 10. Buona notte to Leicester City. That means good night, guys. Well, good day to you. Good afternoon. Good morning, wherever you are in the world, guys. I'll be back later on, of course. So happy 31st birthday, bro. I hope you keep that Benjamin Button jeans. Big up, my friend. Love you, King Chonka. Thank you for the compliment, my friend. Absolutely, absolutely. Big up, everyone. Absolutely. Massive stream, guys. Arrivederci, Roma. Arrivederci. Absolutely. Prego. Absolutely. Big up, everyone who's joined the stream today. We shall see you on the other side, De Posta in Napolitan. I'm Napolitan, guys, so De Posta, guys. Yeah, De Posta. Take it easy, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you later on for Chatterbox. Peace. I'm out. knew about Ruud Van Nistelrooy leaving yesterday, and basically I was informed that Ruben Amorim had already spoken to Ruud Van Nistelrooy on the phone, and I said that earlier in the show on Breaking Dawn, etc. And Ruud Van Nistelrooy and Ruben Amorim spoke on the phone, and Ruben Amorim basically said he wanted to thank Ruud Van Nistelrooy. He also said that Ruud Van Nistelrooy is a legend, and he's done so much for this football club, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. And unfortunately, the only way for him to implement his style of football and his philosophy is the team that who got him this far. And it would be harsh of him to go against his team, who's been with him a year, who's got him to where he's been. Obviously, loyalty and stuff like that. So that's another thing you have to remember. It's also about loyalty at the end of the day. Big up, Almat. Did Amorim want to get rid of Ruud? Did they actually meet before they made a phone call, Almat? They made a phone call, as I said, on Breaking Dawn. They made a phone call, and Ruben Amorim explained to Ruud Van Nistelrooy that it's not personal. He wanted to remain loyal to his team, his entourage of coaches, and that he would have loved Ruud Van Nistelrooy to stay at the club. But unfortunately, for him to do the job properly, he needs his team with him, basically. So he informed Ineos in regards to this. Ineos have informed, obviously, Ruud Van Nistelrooy's team, etc. And Ruud Van Nistelrooy has left the football club in good spirits. Nothing personal, nothing like that. But you know what? They did say that the door is open in the future. The door is open in the future if anything happens, God forbid, because we want Ruben Amorim to do well. We want him to do well. I mean, we want him to be there for years, don't we? We don't want him to leave, in a couple of years. And, but I personally feel that Ruud Van Nistelrooy is going to get a big job eventually. In the next couple of years, he will be at a big club. Believe me, mark my words.